I love tomato basil soup. It's one of my favorite soups. So I'm excited to see how it turns out. So this actually is a recipe in the guide, and it tells you exactly what to do. It tells you the order to put your ingredients in, the setting for it. So we're gonna start with a 1/4 cup of broth, and I used low sodium chicken. It calls for vegetable, but I used what I had. And then you're going to put in a teaspoon of salt. It calls for Roma tomatoes, but I have a ton of cherry tomatoes, so we'll see how this turns out with those. And then a 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes. I'm assuming that needs the juice in those too. And again, I changed things up a little bit. I chose some fire roasted whole tomatoes. I thought the flavor would be really good. We're going to put onion in it, half an onion, and garlic. This is the perfect time to use your garlic peeler because you don't need to mince the garlic or anything. You can just put it in the peeler, rub it, and it comes out perfect. That's all there is to it. We're going to put the lid on. Whoops, let's turn it on. Did you hear the noise when you put the lid on? It shows you on the top here the settings, and then you just turn the wheel to whatever setting you want. We of course are going to do the soup setting, and then you just push the button and it's going to do its thing. It will continue to pulse periodically like that, and then you'll also see that the temperature here is going up. Right now we have 111 for the temperature. You can now see that it's boiling right there in the picture. And then our temperature is 210. And we have 11 more minutes left to go. When it's done, you're gonna see the screen will say end like that, and it does beep. And then if you have add-ins, some of the soups have add-ins, and the basil will be our add-in. And then we're gonna use this pulse button right here. All right, so if your soup has add-ins, you can just remove the top here to put them in your soup. I'm gonna add the basil. And then I actually am going to add a little bit of heavy whipping cream because I want it to be really creamy. And I'm also going to add a little bit of Parmesan cheese. Maybe I'll add a little bit more. There you go. Then you just put this lid back on, and we're going to pulse it a couple of times. Actually, I think that'll do it. You can hit the cancel button and your soup is done. How amazingly fast was that? And you know what I love about this is you can put everything in there, set it, and forget it. Kind of like that commercial, but this is way better. So you don't have to sit there over your pan and make sure it doesn't boil over. You just turn it on, and I actually went and did a couple of things while I was waiting for it to be done. So that is totally awesome. Oh my gosh, it's so hot, but that looks amazing. I can't wait to try it. And then the simple thing is, when you're all done with this, you just put some water and soap in there and clean it. I already used it for a little bit. You can now see that this looks so good. Good. Oh my gosh, that is so good. That's what's for dinner tonight. Tomato basil soup. Yum!